Hi and welcome back to Retrospect. It is now 2018. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year's Eve you didn't drink too much or stayed up too late. So in this episode I'm going to talk about why I love to collect clones and reproduction consoles. As you can see behind me, I have plenty of original consoles and a heap of original 8-bit and 16-bit computers. But now and again I will pick up a reproduction or a clone on purpose, sometimes just out of pure luck. As a collector, I love trying to get my hands on the original gear. I have nearly every Nintendo system going. The only one I'm missing is the Famicom and the Switch. Finding a Famicom in Australia, not going to come across it so easily. Have to order that in. Unless, like me, you happen to come across a clone. This is a clone Famicom. Picked this up at our local recycling centre for probably less than 50 cents. I don't even think anyone knew what this was. I didn't know what this was. I thought it was one of those cheesy TV game things where you plug it in and it's got 30-40 games in it. It wasn't until recently, really, only probably December last year, that I realised, after watching another YouTuber's video, John Riggs, shout out, yeah, this was a Famicom. I worked that out because of the joystick ports. Yeah, so I posted this on a few forums. No one could tell me what it was. There is a kind of a TV clone that was brought out in the UK called TV Game, and everyone suggested that's what it was. But yeah, like I said, until recently, I found out it's a Famicom. The next clone, I'm going to call it a clone. The next clone that I've picked up was a Sega Mega Drive 2 clone. I've tried to do some research on this. Some say it's an actual Mega Drive 2, which I don't believe because I don't know about some of the other places in the world, but all the Mega Drive 2s that I've ever known, the 2 was actually the Roman numeral 2, where this has just got Mega Drive 2. I've looked up online. I've seen some that look just like this that technically is a clone, and yeah, so I'm going to call this a Mega Drive clone 2. Yeah, so I picked this up dirt cheap. I think the guy wanted $20 for it, and at another recycling centre. Should hold this up the right way. At another recycling centre, yeah, he tried telling me it was an original Mega Drive, but I was skeptic because I had never seen the 2 before. And yeah, so it didn't come with anything, no controllers, no power pack or anything like that. So I have tested this. It does work. I do have to fix the power plug here. It's loose inside. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be major work. I think I just got to desolder it, resolder it, and yeah. So I've got that one. Then we move on to reproductions. So I picked up recently again. December's been an awesome month for me. I've picked up a lot of stuff. Maybe in another video I'll go through the stuff I've picked up. But I got this in December. I paid for this one myself. As you can see, I've got the Flashback 8. I would have loved to have got the HD version. But yeah, it's a little pricey. I think last time I saw it was about $150 in EB Games. I think it's, yeah, I haven't really checked anywhere else, but I think that's about the right price across the board. What I love about the Atari Flashback is that all the games are built in. There's no wear and tear of putting cartridges in and out, even though I love that sound of the cartridge going in. I also, the good thing about this one over the HD, I think the HD comes with wireless controllers, where the Atari Flashback 8, this the standard one, it comes with 2 original controllers that actually will plug into my Atari Junior, so it's a bit of a bonus there. I get 2 extra controllers. The other thing I like about this is you don't have to tune it in. If you have an original Atari and haven't modded it to have AV output, you probably know the heartache of trying to tune it in. As you know, you probably never tune one in. I've never succeeded in tuning one into a modern flat screen TV. The only way I get to play my original Atari is to tune it into a CRT, and yeah, once that CRT goes, I'm going to have a lot of trouble finding something to do it. So I've got the question is, do I try modding it or hopefully pick up another one? The problem is picking up another one, unless I come across one that's in a garage sale or somebody doesn't know what they have. In Australia, retro game prices have just gone through the roof. I think last time I checked, an original Darth Vader Atari, like I used to have when I was a kid, is going for $300-400 now, maybe more depending on the condition if it's still in the original box. So Atari Flash as reproduction is great. I can play that to my heart's content and don't have to worry about wear and tear on my original hardware. The next reproduction release, I think most people have seen something about it. It's been in the news a fair bit. It's the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mini Edition. Yeah, I only got this last end of November, December. This was an early Christmas present from my mum, so shout out to mum. Thanks, mum. Love this. The only downside is that the cables are still too short for the place I live in. I'm gonna have to try to find a longer HDMI cable because the place I live in, the TV and the lounge are like 2.5, maybe 3 meters apart, so it doesn't quite reach. When I play some of my other consoles that will still work on the big flat screen TV I have in the lounge room, I actually have a 3-meter AV cable with a double plug where I can plug in the original cable into that and then it goes into the TV. But what I love about consoles and clones, they can spare you the heartache of your original systems crashing and dying, or somebody using them that doesn't appreciate them as much as you do. The other good thing about these reproduction and clones is some of the power supplies are not too reliable these days. There's a lot of talk in forums and in videos where people are warning about plugging your original consoles using the original power supplies because the capacitors fail, there's a surge, and you blow your motherboards on your circuit boards inside your original consoles. That is one of the things that I like about clones and reproductions. The other thing is with the reproductions, you can also get the reproduction cards. I've got this one here for the Mega Drive. Unfortunately, this is a NSTC American format. Doesn't work on any of the clones or consoles that I have. But you can get a PAL version. I picked this one up at a garage sale. I'd say somebody brought it for that person, thinking they were doing the right thing, not realising that these things have different regions. So I picked it up for a couple of bucks, so that wasn't too bad. The other thing too, I have original Super Nintendo. I only got 2 games for it, so because games in Australia are getting, especially for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, are still reasonably priced. They're getting hitting the same mark as what they were when they were originally released on the market. So this is a great option to play games that normally I wouldn't be able to afford, like Mario Kart. I think people are wanting anywhere from about $60 upwards. And in Mario World, Zelda, all those things in Australia, the actual physical cards to play on my original system are extremely expensive. Same with the Atari. Atari games in Australia are cheap. I'm assuming they're probably cheap. Most places there's probably only 1 or 2 games that for the Atari that aren't expensive. I think I normally pay anywhere from $2-3 up to about $10 maybe. I'm sure there's more rarer games out there that are worth a lot more, but So I've got a stack of those. Had a stack of those for ages, so it came with the system. In the future, I'm hoping that I can pick up a ColecoVision clone and maybe in television, but I'm not too sure if they actually released them in Australia. I haven't really seen them here because the ColecoVision and the Intellivision I don't think were very popular in Australia. I do have a ColecoVision which I'm hoping to do a video on it down the track, which originally belonged to a close family friend that used to babysit me and my brother, and we used to play their ColecoVision all the time. So hopefully I can pick up one or two of those. Anyhow, that's it for me on this video. Hope you liked this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget you can to subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified of future videos that I'll be releasing. And don't forget, if you want to let me know something, maybe tell me about a clone that you recommend, or why you would prefer the original hardware over a clone, and if so, why? Or why not? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.